Hey, what's going on, you beautiful people? I hope you're having a fantastic day. And with us just finishing season 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen, before we go into season 2, I thought it'd be fun to do a tier list on the all the characters from season 1. And then after this video, I will be doing the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero reaction, so make sure to check that out. And now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should watch Jujutsu Kaisen Zero before doing this tier list, but I've already started this, so let's just get into it. All right, the first character we have is Nobara. I feel like Nobara isn't really a great character, but she's not a bad character. Like in the beginning of the season, I probably would have put her at D just because I didn't like her whole character, but it really grows on you once she gets more connected with Megumi and Yuji. So I feel like B is a fair like assessment for her character and her skills. Just once they're shown that they're just awesome. Like the link up with the hammer and Yuji's Black Flash went crazy in that final episode. Next, we have, I believe his name is Ijichi, but I could be saying that wrong, so let me know down below. And I feel like this guy right here, he's just bullied by Gojo for the most part. Like he gives this guy the rawest of jobs. Like one of the first jobs we saw him go on, obviously the veil for the Sukuna finger, but the next one was, yeah, you're gonna track a special grade with Yuji, who is our newest sorcerer that has absolutely zero skills. Yeah, I feel like out of pity, we're putting him in C. Like he isn't a great character, but you know, the Gojo bullying puts him in C. And next we have, I believe that's like a finger bearer, but I don't really know what they're called. It's the Sukuna like cursed finger guy, or I don't really know how to explain it too well. And I was a little bit like, obviously the fights for them were amazing, but I was a little bit disappointed with the design, just because like the first finger that fought was identical in design to the second one. Even if it was just a little bit different, I feel like that would have been cool, because I'm guessing it was a different curse that consumed the finger, and a different curse consuming a different finger should theoretically in my brain create a different design. So I feel like I'll put him at like the top, probably just below Ijichi, because it doesn't really have any character to it. But it did give us some pretty good fights. Next, we have Shoko. I don't think we really got to see much of Shoko other than the beginning scene where Yuji was like resurrected and Gojo asked her to keep it secret. So I feel like having such a close connection with Gojo to keep a secret like that, she is going to be a pretty important character. But as of right now, we just haven't seen enough of her. So I'm going to put her in D tier for now, because we have nothing, like we know nothing about her other than she's like a jujutsu sorcerer mortician, and I believe she has like the reverse healing or whatever, the reverse cursed energy technique or whatever. Ooh, next we have Maki. Maki did one thing that really upset me. So she is losing the S tier, but she is A tier. It was the fact that she punched our boy Todo in. No, she didn't punch him. She threw a baseball at her boy Toto's face. That's even worse. Toto easily could have just taken a punch to the face, you know? Because obviously we saw Yuji, his fist was like just lodged into Toto's face in an earlier episode. So I feel like for her, we're just gonna put her in A, just because, you know, the disrespect that she gave to the boy Toto. And next we have Panda. A panda named Panda. I never really thought like this kind of character, like it's so simple, but it's so cool because he has a really cool transformation almost. I guess that's what you would call it. Because he didn't really change too much, but well, I guess he does change. He's got like almost like a mecha form, it feels like. And then I love the panda brass knuckles and the panda like band-aid. Like, he's just got like own self-branding that makes him like so good to me. So I feel like he's better than Nobara, but I feel like he's probably an A character for me at least. Next we have Geto. Geto is kind of lacking in season 1. Like, yeah, he's the guy with the plan, but we don't really know too much of that plan. And because of that, we haven't really seen any personality from him. So I feel like for now, it's like he's on the level of Ijichi, but I'm gonna put him higher up just because he has a cooler design. Oh, and next we have Mahito. This is, I feel like, where I'm about to get somebody said, I said this was my favorite character in one of the reactions, and yeah, somebody said I have ops now. Not exactly sure what that is, but I'm guessing they're not great. But like for me, Mahito is just such a great character, because like he's a curse. He explains to us what a curse is. He kind of embodies what it means to be a curse, both in like character and design, because he has like that patchwork design to him. And like he said that curses are like a meld of all these different negative emotions from different people. So the patchwork from other like places, the two different color eyes, it creates such a unique curse while also staying like so really simple to the idea of a curse. So I feel like because of that, for me, Mahito is S tier. Oh, we have her next. Mai. I do not like you. So yeah. Just no. The worst of the two sisters. She's going in F tier because I really don't like her. But next we have our boy Todo, and I feel like from previous, like from telling you about the Maki placement, I feel like you guys already know where I'm gonna put Todo. But like Todo's the guy. While he's like he has like this really serious like eternal kind of thing, scar on the eye. But like the first question he asks you is like, "What girls do you like?" And he doesn't really enjoy a serious answer because like Megumi's probably the one of the most serious guys in the show, and he just did not accept Megumi's answer. But our boy Yuji, the densest guy in the show, gives him an answer, and he loves it. He couldn't have been happier. So much so that he calls him his brother now. I feel like just because like the character and like the contrasting like external versus internal kind of personalities and traits, I feel like for me, he's an S tier. Next, we have, I believe that is Hanami. He is one of the special grades that is with Geto, Mahito, and Jogo. I feel like he has a very similar design to like the Sukuna finger curse. But I feel like the Sukuna finger and him were like two designs that they had for him. And they're like, let's go with this one, but we're going to use this for something else. Like we're going to use the secondary design for something else, which it was the curse finger, it feels like. But like he's really growing as a character throughout the season, which was really interesting to see because it's like you think a curse would just be like all grown up already. It's not like a developmental character because it's like it's they're the result of people's like already existing emotions. So it's like you would think that they would be at the final product and they wouldn't really grow as they like continue to live. But I feel like because of that, he's like Hanami is a B tier for me. Well, is it a he or a she? Because I feel like it has like a female voice actor, so I could be wrong with calling it a he. And next we have Inumaki, our only curse speech user so far, I believe. I don't think we've seen one, and like, I don't even think we've like seen like a silhouette of one, or like when they do flashbacks to the family. I don't think we've seen that for a curse speech user. So I feel like he's unique. I like him. He's got so little like vocabulary, but like he says so much, you know. So I feel like, and this might just be a bias to like Team Maki, but I feel like I'm putting him in A tier. I might switch him, like Panda and Inumaki might switch, but I feel like those two right now are interchangeable for me. And now we have Gramps. I do not know this guy's name, and I really don't care. But like his design was like, I was really shocked to see like his like cursed technique with like the guitar with the sound waves and whatnot. So it was really big contrast to what you thought, because you could see like old man, really formal attire. And then once he pulls out the curse technique, he's got like this hard rock experience t-shirt on with the baggy pants and everything with the electric guitar. So I feel like he was like a really like switch up, like a real change up for us. And I feel like because of that, I'm going to put him in B tier just because of how different I thought he was. Now we have Useless Miwa. I feel like just because she calls herself that, we can't like put her too high. Because like I'm gonna be honest with you, because she's sticking to that useless Miwa title, I feel like we're gonna put her below Shoko. Because we don't really know much about Miwa other than like people lie to her a lot. And by that I mean Mai told Miwa that Maki was useless, and no. That fight went in a completely different direction. I'm not sure why this next character's on the list, but okay. I believe that's the person that Todo got a handshake and like is also his like subconscious kind of thing talking to him, which is a bit strange, but it doesn't really do too much for the story. So I like putting her below useless Miwa is fine, but I feel like if I said that to Todo, he'd have fighting words, or more like just a fist for me in general. Next, we have Junpei. I think Junpei might be the only guy that dies on this list. Oh, never mind. Grandpa's there. Like I like Junpei. Like I was so well, I don't know if I'd say I like Junpei. I was really conflicted because like he showed like good sides and he showed bad sides, but like a lot of things happened to him. So I don't really know if I can really blame him on that. But the power that he asked for, I feel like I'm not trying to be rude, but I feel like his death might have been a little bit deserved. Just because he asked Mahito for an ability, he had no idea what it involved. Because normal people can't exactly take in curses all that well, and it really showed when Mahito used that ability on him. But just because I know we're not gonna get any more from Mahito, I feel like putting him below Ichichi and above the Sukuna Curse Finger. I feel like that's fair and like a fair C tier positioning. Ooh, and next we have our boy Nanami. And everybody says I'm saying that name wrong, but I do not care. And you guys have been telling me to do a cosplay of both him and Maki. I'm probably not gonna do Maki as a cosplay just because it's a chick and I don't want to wear a skirt like that. That's just the realist. I'm gonna keep it there, but I feel like we might get a Nanami cosplay maybe later on. I don't know. It's a possibility. And dude, bro, the cow cleaver user, the goggles that are there just for style. Like the only thing I don't like about Nanami is the tie. But that's just because I don't like ties. It's not because it doesn't look good on him, because it does. So I feel like Nanami's he's an A tier character for sure. Now, is he above any of these characters? I'm going to say right now he's not, but I feel like you could easily move him up if we get more on him. Because we just have more experience with the other three characters in A tier. Oh, next is this guy. I guess we did have other people that died on the tier list because wait, no, he didn't die, did he? This is the like scumbag teacher. And yeah, scumbag teacher gets F tier. Like I'm gonna put him below Mai because at least Mai's not that much of a scumbag. Oh, never mind. Okay, we did have somebody else that died on this list. This is kind of what took Junpei over like the tipping point, which was Junpei's mother's death. Dude, I like Junpei's mother, but where do I put her on the list? You know, she just died too soon, and it wasn't from the smoking. If we're being honest, if Junpei never got involved with the Mahito, his mother probably wouldn't have died. So because of that, Junpei, you're just under your mother because that's the position you deserve because you got her killed, and you try blaming it on other people. Scarecrow is next. I do not know her name, nor do I care to learn it. And so Scarecrow is, I feel like below Useless Miwa, but above the Todo subconscious character. Just because I feel like we can get more from her. I didn't like what we got from her, but maybe when she's not a hostile character to our main three, I could be okay with her. And next we have what is his name Mekamaru, or does he have like a real name? Well, for right now we're just gonna call him Mekamaru. He probably does have like a name that isn't off of the design of his robot, but for now we're just gonna call him Mekamaru because I don't know what else to call him. And we learned a lot about this character. I did like him from what I saw, except for like dude is fragile. I feel like if you so much as blow on guy, he is done. So I feel like just because like I can't put him too high, but I'm not gonna put him low. I feel like because he's never really gonna have any like real interactions with any characters, which kind of sucks. But I feel like putting him in B tier right under Nobara feels fair. But I feel like as the other two characters in B tier could overtake him the more I watch the show. And next we have Jogo, the cursed, like the special grade cursed that literally just won't die. Dude got decapitated by Gojo and he's still living. And as a character, I don't think I liked him all that much. Mini Jogo in like the hot springs was kind of funny, but I feel like he's is he above or is he under Ijichi? That's the question. Above or under, above or under, above. We'll put him above for now. And next we have Kamo. I didn't really like I wasn't even expecting him to have like those abilities when I looked at him because he was like the archer kind of thing. So I'm really wondering where I'm gonna put him on this tier list because I didn't like him in the beginning. He had cool abilities, but now I do like him because he actually came around to liking Yuji and not being like such like having a prejudice against him, which was nice because that was a big turnaround for him. And so I feel like it's fair to put him above Mekamaru. I feel like we could get a lot more from him than we can from Mekamaru, and I feel like they're pretty even right now. But because his potential is higher, I'm putting him higher up. And next, I believe that's Utahime. That is a very terrible photo to pick from a side profile to try to guess a character. It's not like it's a Sukuna side profile where it's easily guessable, but I believe that is Utahime. And I don't think we've seen too much of her. I don't even think we know what her like curse technique is, or if she even has one, or if she's just like a really good base level curse user. I guess everybody probably has a curse technique, don't they? So I'll scratch that last part. But I feel like she's a C tier character right now. I feel like once we get to know a little bit more, we get to see her abilities. Like, I don't even think we got to see her abilities. So I feel like we're gonna put her right there. Feels right. It feels right there because we at least have seen a little bit more of Geto. We've seen like how smart he is. We haven't really seen too much about Utahime other than the fact that she doesn't like Gojo very much. And next we have the guy I called the Butcher. Not sure what his name is. You can let me know down below if you do like this guy and tell me what his name is. But I feel like, dude, this guy was interesting because he looked at Gojo and was like, dude's a coat rack. And then he looked at Grams and he's like, dude's a saggy wallet or a wrinkly wallet or whatever it is. And I'm just trying to figure out how he comes to those like ideas. Like I don't look at people and think about what I can make them into. So I feel like him being who he is, I feel like he's interesting enough to be up right above. Nah, I'd say he's below Utahime. Nah, he's above. He's above. He was far more interesting, at least in this season. We might get some more from Utahime in the next season, but until then, yeah, he's there. He's that guy. Next, we have Nita. I don't really have too much from her, but like right now, Nita is kind of like suspect number one for me. Because like clearly Geto and Mahito have like an N with the like Sorcerer Society because they knew that the two special grades died before that most of the other people did. So it's and she was like the only one that's in the area that would tell them, unless maybe somehow that they have like a back door to like speaking with Sukuna somehow. But I just don't see that happening. So right now she is suspect number one for me. And as a trader character, I feel like that can be really interesting. So I'm going to put her at the bottom of B tier because I feel like when you get a trader character, they just have so much to them. This is the first cursed brother that we saw. I don't know if his name's like Esso or if it's something else, but let me know the names of the three brothers down below and like which ones they are. Don't just put like name because the only one I really know is Chozo, and that's just because Chozo's all on his own now. Lonely little Chozo. And this guy's design kind of confused me because he had like two mouths, only one moved, but there was still an echo from like two people talking kind of thing. And we really didn't get much from this guy. I feel like we got less from him than we did the Sukuna Curse Finger. And that's saying a lot because dude can't talk. And next we have I believe that's Megumi's sister. I don't think that was the other girl that was like Megumi's sister's friend who was also cursed at the bridge. But this is the least likely character that we are probably going to get to see in the next season. Because, yeah, she's still got another curse on her, still bedridden, so I'm not exactly sure if we're going to be able to ever see her walk in this or talk or anything in this show. So I don't feel right putting her in F tier. So I'm just going to put her in D tier at the hope she does get to talk. Next, we have the cursed user for like Decay and Rot and like Wing King. That was just awesome. We got way more from this brother than we did the little double mouth blue one. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that death scene was kind of sad. Like I know that they're like cursed users, but they've been together essentially for like almost probably close to 200 years. And I was really happy when I saw that they like not really buried, but they let the they what am I trying to say? Like they put the two brothers together once they were like dead. Like they weren't just gonna leave them out and separate and whatnot, which it felt nice to bring them back together. But we're not gonna get any more from this guy, which kind of sucks unless we have like cursed spirit resurrection in this show, which I feel like is definitely possible, especially since like we saw Yuji get like resurrected, but maybe it's different since they're curses. So I feel like, for me at least, he's above Utahime. I feel like I'm just doing Utahime dirty right now, but like I just haven't seen enough of her. And I really haven't seen enough of this next character being Chozo. Chozo feels like almost on the same level as Shoko, but at least we know a little bit more about Shoko. All we know about Chozo is his technique probably has something to do with blood, and now he doesn't have the two brothers that he had in the beginning. So that's about all we know about him. We know just about as much with him as we do with her. So I feel like because she's Gojo's friend, she gets the higher listing, you know? Ooh, okay, now we're at the big one of the big characters being Sukuna. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit like disappointed with Sukuna because we got so much of him in the beginning, but then like as the season went on, we just got less and less and less. And then and for some reason in the last two episodes, we got like a little bit of sneak peeks at him, but we didn't really get too much. The most we got was that little conversation that we had at the very, very end where it was between him and Yuji, and they said like, "Don't ever tell Megumi this." So for now, I feel like I can put Sukuna above. God, where am I gonna put Sukuna? Like everybody just talks wonders about the boy Sukuna, but maybe that's just something from season 2 that I'm just not on about yet. It's just like yeah, he keeps things interesting, but he's just not in it enough in season 1. And maybe because of that, I might get some heat for this, but Lee is right now in the seasons. He's B tier under Nobara. No, we've gotten more from Nobara, so I just feel okay doing that like location for him. But like he's way better than Kamo for sure. Like he's not. There's no challenge between the position between Sukuna and Kamo. Ooh, okay, next we have Yuji's. I believe those are Yuji's two friends from the beginning, and I believe they both survived. Like obviously they were hospitalized, but I believe they both survived. It feels kind of wrong that they kind of just abandon them, never to speak to them again. But I kind of understand it because, you know, you don't want to bring people into, like, the cursed spirit world. Not a good place to be as a non-cursed user. So I feel like, at least for me, from what little we got, it was way more than these two. I feel like it's safe to put these two above these two, just because we've gotten more from them. Maybe we get some more from these two and that changes, but for now, that's where they're going. Next, we have Megumi. I feel like Megumi is gonna go pretty high on this tier list. Just because we got his backstory, we got a little bit more information, you know? And when we saw that, like, incomplete domain, that was sick. Even though, like, obviously it was incomplete, we didn't get to see the full thing. Still awesome because we got to see, like, he like saw these people like laughing at him almost in his like past memories, and his face kind of mirrored that when he was trying to use his like cursed technique, almost like he was trying to channel all like the evil that he like thought of in the world into his own energy, which was really interesting because that face was creepy, and I'm hoping we get to see more of that because like I feel like that was if there's gonna be a change in Megumi that just changes the dynamic of him and Yuji almost. But maybe I'm reading too much into it. And so I feel like, is that a good position to put it? I feel like Megumi's just above Nanami. I feel like that's right there. And next we have Yuji's grandpa, rest in peace to our boy Yuji's grandpa. But he wasn't that big a part in the show, but like he was Yuji's catalyst to becoming part of the sorcerer world almost. I feel like we can't put him too low. But I don't feel like he's above a lot of the characters. And I feel like just because he was the catalyst for making Yuji take the decision to help people, I feel like I'm going to put him right above Useless Miwa. Because she is useless, and even she says it. So done is done, huh? Next we have Yuji. I always feel kind of strange rating main characters because like they just write them in a way that you're supposed to like them, and it feels weird to rate a main character just because like I feel like they should be like your number one character. But Yuji just isn't really in, like he's not that guy in this show. He's not really our MC. If anything, Gojo feels more like the MC in this show. Feels like almost like Yuji kind of took a backseat because I feel like he's I don't even know if he's in like half of the episode, which is just strange to say. I'm definitely putting, I feel like we got a lot of inner dialogue from him and like growth. So I feel like, which is really surprising to see from like a season one kind of thing. I feel like you usually get that in like season two or something, but I guess they are trying to wrap things up faster than, or maybe they're just trying not to slow it down too much, get the pacing right, and that's why they did it. But I feel like Yuji is probably an A tier because I don't feel like I would put Yuji under Nobara, but I feel like if Yuji didn't have that dynamic with Todo, I don't think I would put him above Sukuna, if I'm being honest. But for now, I'll put him at the bottom of A tier. Cause yeah, he's got some cool skills, but Yuji's not hasn't really grown on me in that kind of way. Unlike the next character on the tier list, being Gojo Sensei. Gojo's really just got like that I don't really care attitude, but when you have like blue, red, infinity, hollow purple, would you even really care? Like if you had those abilities, would you really care what's going around or what's going on around you? Like personally, I probably wouldn't. I feel like just because like I don't know why, but Gojo is probably the number one character right now for me, and I feel like that's probably really similar to everybody else because you know he's the white hair character in this show. He's got a blindfold covering up some sick eyes. And he's always got, he just got that build, you know. He's that guy. He's that guy. And next we have the principal. Gonna be honest, I feel like he's pretty even with the other principal. I didn't like the other principal in the beginning, but I ended up liking him just because we saw that whole dynamic change. But this principal having like the cursed puppets, I don't know if that's what you'd really call them, but it's like, and he's kind of like Panda's father. So I feel like putting him above Nita, but below Gramps, Principal Gramps, where I feel like that's a fair position to put him. Next we have this guy. I don't like this guy. He's got the weird sword with the hand holding, like I couldn't do that. You know, decomposing hand as like a hilt. No, thank you. No, 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 no. So I feel like I'm going to probably put him in F tier because brother creeps me out. And this is our last character being, I believe her name is, it's either Mei Mei or Mai Mai. I think it's Mai Mai. Let me know down below if I am correct on that. But I just, you know, all we really got to see from her technique is she can see through the eyes of the crows on the Kyoto exam, which isn't really that big of a deal, but maybe if she can control animals, it'd be different. But even then, I feel like a bear against like a cursed user is nothing. Because I feel like even before Yuji was, but like obviously Yuji's a special case, but I feel like Yuji could fight a bear beforehand. We're just being real. So I don't really understand her whole thing of, if you want my help, you have to pay me because you haven't really done anything. Maybe we'll get a backstory on you and see why you're so important. But at least for right now, you creep me out and I find you more useless than Miwa. So, sorry, not sorry. But I'm going to move Scumbag Guy at the very bottom. Just because dude's a scumbag. And what can you say? You know? What can you say? Alright, I just finished Jujutsu Kaisen 0. So I feel like I'm going to move a few characters around on here. Just because I feel like a lot of my opinion of a few characters has definitely changed. So we're going to start at the bottom and work our way up. Okay, Scumbag Dude, not changing. Mai Mai is I feel like she's I can put her up into I'll move her to D tier because that like battle act, dude, that battle axe was crazy. But like with that being her only showing, just about I feel like anybody could have done that, but like having a battle axe would be cool. And we didn't see this weirdo, I don't think. Yeah, he didn't do anything for me in this episode. Or this movie, which is surprising because it's 2 hours long almost, and you did absolutely nothing. Just as always, Mai is useless. Next we have Megumi's sister. Megumi wasn't in the movie, so I didn't expect us to see her since we didn't see him. Toto's subconscious, didn't see her. The friends, Yuji wasn't in it yet, so we didn't see them. Yeah, that's right. I'm not moving those. Okay, I'm going to move her up to probably above Ijichi, just because, like, I didn't realize how big of a deal her, like, reverse curse technique was with healing. Because, like, when they had that battle at the end, she played a huge role in, like, the recovery process for people. So because of that, I didn't realize how big of an ability that was before. So we're yeah. You know, double thumbs up actually. You know, not just the one. I'd say next we're gonna look at Ichiji. Didn't really change. I feel like he's about, you know, getting bullied the same way. Nothing changed there. Next we have Jogo. Wasn't in the movie. Utahime was in the movie, but wasn't as in. I got more from her, and I just didn't like her as much. So I feel like she's going below Shoko now, which is I would not have seen that coming. I feel like if we got more from her, we would like her more, but we didn't get more from her. Okay, these characters we didn't see them, but Toto's the guy now. Like, let's be real, Toto is a definite S tier. I'm gonna be honest, Gojo, get out of the way. You are nothing compared to my boy Geto. Geto is the guy, my guy. We saw Nito and we saw the two principals. They didn't exactly do anything to change it up. I feel like all these characters in B tier they didn't. I feel like a few of them were in it, but they didn't do anything to move themselves up or move themselves down. So I feel like I'm gonna keep them the way they are. Yuji wasn't in the movie. Our main character was Yuta, and I think I'd probably say I liked Yuta better than I did Yuji, and I definitely liked Rika better than I liked both of them. Nanami was in it. I feel like he only had one showing in the fight where he, like, backed up somebody, but we didn't really get anything from him other than that. And he's already known as the guy who, like, puts in the work when he needs to. So there's nothing to really change there. Megumi wasn't in it. I feel like this order could change the Maki, Panda, and Inumaki positioning. I feel like we just didn't get enough of Panda, and I feel like because of that, I'm gonna put Inumaki above, because Inumaki just played a bigger role than Panda did in the movie, and maybe Panda will play a bigger role in season 2. So maybe that positioning might go right back to the way it was. But now I have a problem with S tier, because I like to only put 3 characters in S tier, and I don't know who to move out, because Gojo and Geto are definitely staying there. But, like, who do I keep? Mahito, or do I keep Geto? Not Geto, sorry. Like, do I keep Mahito or do I keep Toto there? Because they're both very good characters. Because I feel like if I take Mahito out of the list, the S tier just feels like sorcerer heavy. And then if I take Toto out of the list, it just feels weird because, you know, Geto is close to both of the characters in S tier. So how about this? We flip a coin to see who stays. All right. So heads, we keep Mahito. Tails, we keep Toto. So, okay, ready, set, go. Okay, we're gonna have to get a new coin. All right, because, like, I had no idea where that last coin went. I flicked it up, it hit the fan, bounced off the wall. I'm not finding that coin for a while. All right, next one. I'm gonna flip it this way because, I don't want to shoot it that way again and hit the fan. Oh God, why did I try to kick it? Okay, it's heads. So we're keeping Mahito, and we're moving Todo down. I'm sorry, Todo. I don't feel right about this, but I don't think I feel right about it either. God, why do they have to make such good characters in this show? Well, I'd say that's it. So until the end of season 2, we are not going to be doing another Jujutsu Kaisen tier list. So if at any point you did enjoy, please make sure to like and subscribe because it really does help me out. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.